Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. You have enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue. After the tone, please record your name. When you have finished recording, press pound. You are in the meeting now. There are 7 participants in the meeting.
In favor would say aye.
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 Opposed have the same option. The ayes have it. Motion is approved. Let's get the approval of the minutes. Let's look at those. Make it just a little bit bigger, just a tad bit, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes of
I move that the minutes from the October session be approved as written, if with the necessary corrections.
I second the motion.
Taylor, second.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Commissioner Holly to accept the October minutes as written with the necessary corrections. We have 2 seconds, Commissioner Boyd and Commissioner Upchurch Taylor.
Commissioner Upchurch Taylor.
Okay. Okay. And so all those first of all, are there any objections? Any questions? I'm sorry. Any questions? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All opposed have the same option. The ayes have it. Motion is approved. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's go to the director's report. Director Lacy.
Okay, so I'll go over the October and November director's reports. So in October, we had no right to sue letters issued and no cases that resolved in mediation and conciliation. We had 2 new public accommodation cases. Sorry, there's a lot of sun shining in my eyes now. Hard to see the screen. 6 new employment cases, 3 new housing cases, 1 closed housing case, and 4 new informals. And we are working on organizing sessions on racial trauma for the community in collaboration with Transitions Mental Health, the St. Ambrose School of Social Work, and the Davenport branch of the NAACP. So it's going to be a training that'll focus on the ways that racism and racial discrimination can impact emotional well-being, causing emotional trauma, and how those experiences really can affect the physical and mental health of the people experiencing them and create a form of PTSD. So we'll have the session led by a mental health professional, and they're going to go over not only that impact of the racial trauma, but provide tips on active coping mechanisms to kind of reduce that stress. The first event that we have scheduled is for February 4th, 2023 at the MLK Interpretive Center. And then there'll be a second component of the training for mental health providers that we're planning to do in the fall of 2024 in collaboration with the same organization. So that one, it will be where we're providing this racial trauma training to actual mental health professionals, so that that's something that they could add to their skill set. Because when we kind of search for people who would be trained in that area to lead the discussion for the February event, we noticed that there are not very many providers in the area who provide that service. So we thought that would be a great secondary component for this training.
And the February meeting will be the 2024 also, right?
Yes, sorry, I have the wrong year there, don't I?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't want the year to change, apparently.
Question, Director Lacy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that training open to the public, and how are we advertising that training?
It is open to the public. Right now, what we're doing is we sent out a save the date on Facebook. So we're doing the social media advertising, and then at the first of the year, we're going to do online registration so that we can have people register for the training, that we will know how many people to expect, because we're going to try to provide childcare as well, so that we will know how many people to expect if they're bringing children with them, and how many volunteers we'll need to provide the childcare.
Okay, so basically we're doing Facebook. Facebook is our mode of advertising.
Mm-hmm. And then sending it out to the organizations, and they can send it out to their connections and members. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any suggestions for other advertising?
I thank you. I just, there's going to be a small segment of the population that gets that, so sees that. So I was just wondering if there were other ways we could maybe get that out to the public, maybe a broader distribution.
Any suggestions?
I have no idea. I'm lost trying to turn my computer on right now.
Well, can flyers be made of some sort, and we can give them to the libraries for those paper centers they have in there? We could do something like that, maybe, if we had some flyers of some sort.
Yeah. Do you want me to send the flyers out to the commissioners? The flyers are posted in the Facebook advertisement, but I can send it out to the commissioners, and we send it out to our network, and then we have all of the groups tagged on Facebook so that they can download the flyer and send it out to their networks, but
Oh, okay.
we can send it out to the commissioners as well.
So, okay, yeah, so I could print some if I wanted to and then take them to the library.
Yeah, or we could have them printed in the office and then give them to are you meaning like the library's little, like the message board or notification
Yeah.
board of upcoming
Yeah,
events?
they have
Yeah.
a lot of, papers and, magazines and stuff from a lot of people. But,
Yeah, we could send it to the
No.
people who we work with at the library who do events with us to see if they can post them there.
yeah.
Okay. And then do you all also want us to send you an email with the link to the flyer?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Sorry, I'm just taking notes because I'm. Okay. And then, we are working with, community members. We were contacted, regarding a potential disparate impact case, involving environmental discrimination, or pollution. And so we are, working with some community members on developing an externship program, or project, I should say, where they're going to kind of study historical disparities and present day implications. And we're working with one community member who is going to draft a report for us on the data. And then we're working with another community member who is kind of an expert on the topic so that they can assist us with making sure that we're asking the right questions and actually doing a comprehensive analysis of the topic. If it turns out that it might be an issue of disparate impact or discrimination, then that'll come back to the commission to have a discussion about what we would propose to do for that issue. But right now, we're just going to examine it as far as kind of drafting a report and writing a report about the topic.
This is Commissioner Holly. What does that consist of? Environmental discrimination.
So things that might contribute to that might be like there is pollution in the area and there are no efforts undertaken to address it, and it's an area that has been maybe historically redlined or an area that has a higher minority population than other areas. So one thing that I think might be kind of common knowledge for housing justice professionals would be that older neighborhoods are using lead paint and other products that get into the air, and then it gets into the air, it gets into the soil. So you see a lot of children in those areas that have a higher lead exposure numbers, and the lead exposure leads to other health disparities down the line. But then there might also be an issue of a failure to appropriately address or remediate things that are giving those exposures to people. And maybe there's less care taken because of the people who live there, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That seems like an awesome investigation. So we'll be looking forward to hearing more about that.
Yeah. I spoke to Carol from DOJ, and she would like to set up a planning group with the commission to just kind of logistically figure out what the commission would like to do for the upcoming trainings. And she's wondering if the commission would like to do that as like a full group meeting with her, or if you want to identify a small group of commissioners who can be like a subcommittee to meet with her to set up the discussions and figure out next steps, or how we would like to do that. Do we want to discuss that today or have that just kind of rolling around and put it on the agenda? She was hoping for figuring out some time in January, in the later weeks of January. She's not available during the week of the commission meeting, so what do we think?
I think the sooner rather than later.
Okay.
What does everybody else comments, please?
I think it might be good to have the fuller number of us since, we are lower in numbers. So have us all be a part of it.
So if we were, go ahead.
When we all meet together, it becomes a public meeting, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We could have like a special commission meeting to kind of go over it. We want it to.
Say that again, Director Lacy.
I said if we wanted to, we could schedule a special commission meeting to go over it and kind of identify how we would like to structure the trainings and all of that information.
Okay. I think that's probably best.
Okay.
So that we can cover down and be within compliance.
Okay. Are there? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was getting ready to ask, are there any other comments pertaining to that subject there? Because I think we just need to go ahead and get it out of the way. I think it would serve us well to go ahead and just do that.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the training.
Yeah.
Commissioner Holly.
Yes, sir. I think that's a great plan.
Commissioner Reyes.
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Upchurch Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. I was getting ready to say she's driving, so. Okay.
So do you want me to just send out like a doodle poll to see when everyone is available for the week of the 15th, the week of the 22nd, and the week of the 29th?
Yeah.
December the 29th?
January.
January. Okay, yes.
Yeah, go ahead and send it out and see what we come back up with. And let's go ahead and respond kind of quick, guys, so we can wrap this up and get it on the calendar if we could, please.
Okay. Okay. So I'll go on to the November director's report. So we didn't have any right to sue letters issued in the month of November. No cases resolved in mediation and conciliation. Still participating in those planning discussions for the upcoming event, which I still have the wrong year on there. On both directors' reports. I'll have to put a note to correct the year.
Let me give you some late breaking news, Director Lacy. We're not going back, okay?
Hopefully not. Quite a year.
All right. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So we worked on the fiscal year 2025 budget request, and we had the meeting with the finance staff on, I think it was November 29th, to look at the budget proposal. And then we also asked what we would need to do to request an amendment to the fiscal year 2024 budget. One of the things that was within the budget was there is a $30,000 allocation in the fiscal year 24 budget for events expenses. That's not something that we requested, and we don't actually know what that's for. So we would like to see that reallocated to the salaries account, and that way that could supplement the part-time salary to make that a full-time person, and that amount would cover the difference between the part-time and full-time salary. So we were told to submit that in a business case for the agency with the request for the fiscal year 2025 budget as well. So we included that, and then we have asked for the additional positions that we discussed at the last meeting. We hosted a Native American history program with the library and Native American Coalition of the Quad Cities and Sage Sisters of Solidarity. We had a really good turnout at the event. I think all of the rest of the stuff is standard. We're still continuing with the COVID procedures. We have seen that there is an uptick in hospitalizations for COVID, and the transmission level is pretty high for the area. So we're continuing to mask in the office. Commissioner Guster and Commissioner Transu met with, I guess, acting city administrator now, Mallory Merritt, and the mayor back in October to discuss the budget requests that the commission discussed in the October meeting. And they were advised that, well, I guess I could should I let you all explain what you were told? Or do you want me to?
Commissioner Guster, was there a certain, which topics? I know
The
one
budget.
one of them was
For the office remodel and that stuff.
oh yeah, they did tell us that if we needed any office furniture or whatever, we could turn that in to her. And you know, for whatever we needed down there. I didn't know if you had planned on like doing other stuff too, as well as furniture, like painting or, but they acted like we could turn that in, you know. I guess it was to her. I don't know who it is now, since she's moved up, you know, or to a different area. I don't know who's taking those now.
That discussion didn't include those security updates that we had requested for the office.
It did, yes, and they had said they were going to get us a window. They were going to have to change the door too.
Right.
Didn't they say, Commissioner Guster, that they have to, something with the window and the door has to be done? They had to do it with the other offices too. And I just said, well, that we wanted to make sure we had a paper pass. So I'm hoping that that is included with it. They didn't mention that at first, but I said we'd like to be able to pass papers without opening the door, as well as the bulletproof glass window. They acted like they were set on doing that, so hopefully that will start soon. I don't know when they were going to do it. And then we discussed Director Lacey's vacation. They had said that they would give her those hours in PTO hours. And then I know, Director Lacey, you discussed that later on then that you would like those hours paid out though. So I don't know if we need to go back to them on that, or if that's something that can be sent internally or what. I don't know how we go about with that.
So right now, all we got is the conversation. There's no official record of the conversation, and nothing that's binding other than the conversation that took place. So is there any way we can substantiate that by?
Oh,
Go ahead.
they gave Commissioner Guster the papers. Commissioner Guster, they were on your, on those papers that you took, right? There was a couple of papers they gave us. Well, we can't hear you. Oh, sorry, you're on mute.
I guess if I'm gonna talk, I better unmute.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were gonna help me here.
Yeah, well, I have been talking, and I was wondering if everybody was listening, so I said, well, let me just be quiet.
Oh, I couldn't hear you.
No, but Jeff, they didn't give us any papers. Everything was verbally. They didn't. I was taking notes.
I thought. Oh, okay. I thought there was two papers. One was about whether or not she wanted to sign off on those vacation hours.
The vacation hours. She gave us the memorandum that stipulating the what they wanted to do about Director Lacy's leave. All that was about just leave, her vacation time only, with nothing else with respect to the furniture or the security upgrades, things like that. All that was a verbal process. The other piece or the information on that memorandum was, matter of fact, if you hold up just a second here, I'll tell you exactly what's on. It was just,
I thought there was at least two things on paper, but
no, it was just, it wasn't but one thing pertaining to the leave. That was it, period. Nothing else and stuff, so. That's what they gave me, was the leave form, the memorandum outlining what they wanted to do regarding with her leave, with respect to paying some back and allowing her to take other leave through putting it on up and above what was authorized during the course of the year. You know, like those who work in federal government, you can carry over so much time, but they were going to authorize her to go above what the current level of authorized vacation time and use it as she sees fit. But Director Lacy wanted to be paid for her leave because of the duration. And I'll let her explain her rationale as to what she wanted there herself. But bottom line is there was no paperwork with anything else other than what they tried to outline and what they did outline with respect to her leave. Any other questions? And
quick question, Commissioner Guster. Is there any way we can get something from them, or do we need to get something from them, or do we just wait and see what happens?
I think right now we need to submit to them what we want. Director Lacy need to just tell them what we want through furniture. I think that she's been corresponding with somebody over there. They have given her a little runaround here in the last week or two and stuff as to their surprise about not knowing about it. So that's going to cause a conversation to be held with the current city administrator, since she was the person that engineered or gave the okay along with Mayor Matson. And I guess it's time for me to call Mayor Matson. That's what it's time, to set up a meeting with Matson and stuff. The election is over and stuff, and so he hasn't, I don't know who's going to be the next person that's going to be on the Civil Rights Commission here. So we're short at least one commissioner, and so need to know that as well. So I need to make contact with him, and that if Director Lacy does not get, anything concrete within the next couple of weeks here with, her, request, then, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't go to all the, I don't go to or watch the city council meetings, so I don't even know if this was brought up there already or not, because they acted like they were, this
Yeah.
window business was already done and, it was already planned and down.
Hey, guys, the thing is, the onus is on us right now to submit something and, to submit our information to Mary. We just send it on upstairs to Mary, send it directly to her and let her get it to whoever needs to be gotten to. She knows about it, copy furnish me, and let's move out from there. Is that something that's workable, Director Lacy, or what? What do you need, Director Lacy? In terms of direction, what do you need?
Well, I haven't been given any information about a budget or anything, so I guess I'll just ask for whatever I want,
Yeah.
see what the reaction is.
Yes, I would do that, because they acted like that's what we should do, is just submit it, and so we'll go from there once it's submitted. 'Cause
Yeah.
whatever you need, I would send it on. That's what they
Yeah.
that they wanted us to do.
Here's what I would do. Here's what I recommend. I would recommend that you on the security upgrades, go ahead and submit what you would like for that to look like. That's not something that we are wishing for. That is something that we need and should be in compliance with the rest of City Hall. Okay? So we should go ahead and write that up and submit that as is, and that's not asking for anything above and beyond what anybody else has. Secondly, what I would do is I would submit for new office furniture to upgrade furniture that's in the office. I would upgrade computers. And what else do you have down there? I mean, all your ADP equipment, printers and things of that nature that might need to be replaced, submit it. Now, that's what I would do. And see what kind of pushback we get. And then the commissioner can go back in, and I can go back in and fight for what they told us. Does that sound workable to you, Director Lacy?
Yeah, I'll just send over a vague request with a budgetless request. So I have something drafted up. I'll just send that over to them after the meeting.
Okay, and they did tell us that they were going to give us at least one person. Is that right, Jeff? And
They
January.
did. Yeah.
They did tell us they were going to give at least one person, one full-time attorney, I think, down there for January. That's what they told us. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if that person can help with the housing part of it that we're behind on, but I mean,
She can use the attorney well if she wants to use them and stuff. So that's up to her. That's up to Director Lacy and stuff. So, and I was looking for my notes here and stuff, and unfortunately that folder is outside in the car. But that's what that's the gist of that meeting until they try to give us information on things that Cody had said about comments that might have been made about someone on Facebook and stuff, and they didn't have the names of Cody's name wasn't on there, or the director's name wasn't on there, and I refused to look at them. So because it didn't make any sense to me to view something that didn't have somebody's. If you got an email, I mean, you got an account, and it doesn't have Mike Gus's name on it, and it's a fictitious name, how do I know that that's the person that you're talking about? And what do you have to substantiate what you're talking about? I mean, to back up what you're talking about, to support your claim that it's them. So, and I wasn't getting ready to go down that rabbit hole with them because it's just too much mess that's going around in City Hall already that we've have dealt with over the last 3 years. And I was just quite frankly tired of the mess that I've been through down there, and I'm tired of the mess that this Civil Rights Commission has had to endure, at least during my tenure, and even what I've seen in the past, even before I got here. So, so I wasn't going down that lane. So I'm going to shut up because that's, I'm kind of rattling on now. I'm kind of getting warm up under my collar.
Well, until the very ending, I thought that, they had several things we were getting solved, or at least partially. But yeah, at the very end, that was unnecessary. But
Okay. So I sent over to everyone a copy of the business case for the budget request. Did anyone have any input on that, or if they wanted us to change anything? Not everybody at once.
nothing that I know of. That's a lot of figures.
I looked at it last night, so I didn't have any questions over it.
It looks like you got a substantial increase in your in the full time. That's almost that's doubled it, tripled it actually. We're currently projecting 245,000 for 24, and so we're proposing 700, roughly 750. So we basically increased that by 500,000, which is going to be tripling our current staff level. Well, not staff level, but the cost of the staff. So is that something that's or should we look at a kind of proportionately trying to reach some target level of staff rather than maybe getting it all in one shot?
Well, now a portion of that is the $100,000 for the full-time, part-time salaries that you can see here, plus the $30,000. So that's $130,000 of this $499. Because we're asking that they remove these salaries from the fair housing account and put them in the general fund. And so that is a portion of that difference that we see here.
And plus that 30 for the events. So that's but I mean it's I think it's all necessary, but it just seems like it's a significant increase. And realistically, are they going to try to do all that at once, or are they going to incrementally maybe try to supplement that staffing level over maybe a year or two or three to get it where it needs to be?
I'm not sure how that would be reviewed by them, but I believe at the last meeting, the discussion was to add all of that into the request.
Right. Yeah, and it was, but it looked, I'm like Commissioner Upchurch Taylor. I didn't see any problems with anything.
To leave it as is?
Absolutely, they're gonna butcher it up anyway, so,
Yes,
So-
leave it as is.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and submit that after the meeting today, and then for the office, like I said, we'll just submit a request for those security updates that we talked about. We would like to see soundproofing in the office, because right now we can see that you can hear things that are going on in our office in the hallway. You can hear it in the bathroom, you can hear it in the basement. And we think that that violates the confidentiality provisions of the ordinance, and then also with our federal contracts. And then it just creates an environment where we're not maintaining that kind of privacy, confidential atmosphere when you can hear things so clearly out in the hallway. And then I think with the request for the additional staff, there would need to be a creation of office space for those staff members to work. And then the request for the repairs to the waiting area from the damage that was caused by the city back in 2020. And then new furniture there.
absolutely.
Okay, so we'll send that over following the meeting.
Will the increased office space require our moving elsewhere?
Well, there's
Okay.
room to restructure the office.
Okay.
I think as it is. It would just require probably substantial physical changes, but since we weren't given any parameters, I guess we can request whatever we want and wait on the response. So it's kind of hard for me to plan since I'm getting everything secondhand, and then when I go back to get clarity, everybody says they don't know what the commissioners were told. So.
Director Lacy, you think it would be beneficial if the minutes of those meetings were written up and then distributed back to all the participants to get some kind of at least concurrence that this is what we discussed and everybody is on the same page? Do you think that might be of any benefit? That way, when it comes to you'd have something written up to say, here's what we talked about and here's what we decided upon.
I think the most beneficial thing would be for me to stop being treated differently than every other director. So I should be included in the discussion.
You should be at the meeting.
And that's where I was getting ready to go to and stuff, and that's where I'm, guys, and let me be very clear on something and stuff, because you just hit something there, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but everybody got to be responsible for what they are doing. And so my intent was, and always have been, is to get Director Lacy to the meetings. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But as everyone knows, there are a series of other things that are happening in the City Hall that is continuing to cause confusion, continuing to cause problems, continuing to harassment, bullying, and things of this nature. So it continues to make it tough, harder to make some things happen. But moving forward, as long as I'm there, then I intend for her to be there in the meetings. So we hadn't got there yet to that piece where I was going to put that out. But let me just go ahead and say that right now. She's going to be invited to the meetings, and so that she can talk directly to the mayor, talk directly to the CFO, the city administrator, whoever we're doing, because she knows the layout and the whole 9 yards of it and stuff. So, it's gotta be a two-way street here. So, I'm gonna be right up front with you, Director. Commissioner Holly. I'm not worried about coming back getting nobody's approval. We'll come back during the meeting for people to brief and to tell everybody what happened and stuff. I wasn't prepared to talk about this today, and so since Director Lacy brought it up, we're here and we're discussing it. So, I'm happy to speak about what I remember without my notes, but short of having those notes before me, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt what was said, and I don't have a problem mentioning that or bringing that to everybody's attention. So I want to make that very clear to everybody. Thank you.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, if only we would stop getting pushback.
Yeah. We get some traction on that. That's perfect solution. Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that I would like to bring up, I would like for the commission to hire a private firm to conduct an investigation into the harassment that's going on at City Hall. I know I am sick of it, and the entire staff is sick of it. This is really, it reached a new low, I would say. Yesterday, I was contacted by an attorney who is allegedly representing the commission, who has not spoken to the commission, hasn't notified us of anything, and is submitting a statement on behalf of the commission to a regulatory entity, and we have no knowledge of it. Apparently, we received a letter. The letter was somehow, it was addressed to the Davenport Civil Rights Commission, yet we did not receive the letter. It was received and opened by someone else. We don't know who. The attorney didn't know if she could disclose it to me, even though I serve as the commission's counsel. And she was going to follow up with Mallory Bagby in legal because they had been, I guess, hired by legal to do this. And she had been working with Allison Fleming in HR, who was supposed to notify me that I should expect this correspondence from the attorney. However, neither one of them contacted me to notify me of it. I have no idea what it's about. And obviously, the commission hasn't had any discussions on a response, hiring an attorney, any of that. And the city cannot just hire an attorney to submit a response on behalf of the commission. In addition to this being illegal to take someone's mail and open it, it's a furtherance of the harassment, and it's interfering with my ability to perform my duties. And it's interfering with the commission's ability to perform its mandate. The allegations that Commissioner Gusser mentioned, I think were made in direct response to a complaint that I made regarding a city staff member yelling at me in the hallway in front of elected officials, in front of members of the public. And in response to that complaint, it appears that there's a retaliatory complaint that was made. And I have had enough. This is been going on for several years. There is no resolution. There is no effort to make a resolution. There's no investigation. And for whatever reason, we are expected to act as though nothing is, as though it's not going on. And that's not fair to us, and it's not fair to the people who we are supposed to be providing services for. And so I am requesting that we hire a law firm and that there be an investigation into the hostile working environment that we are experiencing, because it's ridiculous.
So I had a question. First of all, can we do that? And the second is, how do we go about getting it done if that's our direction?
The commission can do that.
So what's the process for doing it?
I think the commission would need to have a special meeting to discuss that, add it to the agenda, and then it would be identifying and hiring a firm to conduct that investigation.
So probably in order to do that, we would probably need to specify specific instances of those allegations that we're looking into. So we'd need a list of that, right?
I don't think that we need that before we do it. I think that it's been very clear to the commission exactly what's going on, but we do have the list.
Okay.
There is a list already. All of it.
Yeah.
That answers my questions. I full 100% support.
Especially if someone's opening mail that's not supposed to be opening it and responding. It seems like a mess.
The envelope showed, it had our address on it. It said Civil Rights Commission of Davenport, and it was even stamped confidential. So why would anybody else think they can open that envelope is beyond me. I don't understand it.
I believe it was intercepted for reasons that violate several laws.
Yes.
It certainly violates something if someone opened it that's not the commission, because you didn't get the letter. It wasn't given to Cody or the secretary, right? So, somebody else opened it and it said confidential right on it.
Yes.
Somebody violated a huge,
Probably a federal law got violated.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's definitely in furtherance of the existing harassment.
Commissioner Guster?
I'm letting you guys have a discussion and stuff, and so when you guys get ready, when you make a decision, let me know, and we'll put it on the floor.
Yeah.
How do we gain access to the letter?
The attorney, she's very nice. She said that she would consult with Mallory Bagby in legal and Allison Fleming in HR to determine whether she could release it to me, because from what has been explained to them, the city represented the commission, and the city had the authority to hire this firm to act on behalf of the commission.
Without the commission's knowledge.
Yes.
Wow.
And now, obviously, we have on the director's report, there, number 2 was the commission actually did refer a matter to the legal department, and the legal department refused to accept the referral. So when we have asked for their assistance with something, they have refused to provide it. However, they have somehow taken our mail, opened it, and are providing assistance that no one requested or didn't know about. So I'm being contacted by a third party with no notice of who hired them, that they have actually been hired. And so both the attorney and I are placed in an awkward position because I can't answer any of her questions because anything going on within the commission is confidential. And she is under the impression that I knew about it and that I could provide her these answers and that the commission was structured in a different way than what it is. And this is all a result of the ongoing campaign of harassment and retaliation in violation of local, state, and federal law.
I would suggest proceeding. I mean, I would suggest it, to the commission that we proceed with that recommendation from Director Lacy, and start something with that, looking into it.
I certainly don't mind proceeding, but my next question is where do we get the money?
I think that the city can figure it out. Since they can figure out how to hire an attorney for the commission, they can figure out how to hire an attorney for this purpose as well. Because as far as I know, that's not coming out of our budget, the hiring of that attorney to represent the commission. So if they can figure out how to find money to engage in harassment, then they should figure out how to find money to correct the harassment.
So, Commissioner Holly, was that
The floor is not open for a motion. The floor is not open for a motion.
Okay.
We're having a discussion.
okay?
Yeah, that was a suggestion, not a motion.
Excuse me.
You got Commissioner,
first of all,
Commissioner Augusta scratching his head.
First of all, I don't think this was on the agenda.
It's not, because I found out about it yesterday afternoon.
Okay. So we would have to have a special meeting to authorize this here anyway.
Director Lacy, she already said we have to call a special meeting. I was just suggesting we follow her recommendation in doing that and proceed with that action. That's my suggestion.
I don't have a problem with it, guys. I'm ready to move on and do whatever you guys want to do. I'm certainly tired of all the circus activities out of City Hall, and I'm certainly tired of the leadership that will allow it to take place. I'm really just it's mind-boggling. It is unfortunate that you have grown-ups using city money, not city money, but taxpayers' money to do harassment and things of this nature. And let me just stop right there.
It undermines the successful operation of what we do.
I tell you, people always, you put wool clothing. You see a lot of things that appear to be something that they are not. And in this day and time, you would have thought that you was back in Alabama or Mississippi somewhere with some of the mess that go on around here and stuff. So it's just mind-boggling. But tell me what you guys want to do, and let's do it. So let's get it on the agenda next minute. Set up a meeting to go ahead and do it, and let's move forward.
So do we need a motion to have establish a special meeting?
All we need is just a suggestion.
Okay. Commissioner Holly?
Well, I suggest that we proceed with the recommendation by Director Lacy to call a special meeting to look into the ongoing harassment, bullying, and discrimination that the city is conducting.
I second your motion.
Not a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your suggestion. Oh.
Everybody like Pat Garrett. I'm ready. I'm Matt Dillon. Don't try. Let's go. Okay, guys. What date do you want to meet next month? When do we want to meet? Oh, is it a pin drop or what? I mean,
I'm available most mornings except Mondays. Mondays is very busy for me. I come off of a third and go to a second, and I nap in between. So Mondays are not good. But otherwise, like most mornings,
I'm out of town until the 7th of January.
I'm in town until the 15th of January.
so do we want to meet like on the 9th or the week of the 9th through the 12th sometime?
let's see. Everybody looking at the calendar?
If we do it that week, we can just add it to the regular meeting agenda.
Yeah, our meeting's on
Yeah,
January.
let's put it on the agenda for the meeting. Shirley, don't you be looking at don't be looking at your calendar, Charlene.
I'm trying not.
Okay, let's
So we're
just
gonna put it on next month's agenda?
Yeah, just put it on our regular meeting agenda.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that takes care of that already. That takes care of that. We're already meeting, so. Is everybody okay with that?
Okay.
Yeah,
What date?
Yes.
What date was that?
That's on January the 9th.
the 9th is our next meeting, so.
It's gonna be about Zoom anyway, so.
Okay.
So here is our case status report for October.
Hey, Director Lacy,
Uh-huh.
this is the longest report that you've ever given since I've been on this council. I mean, since I've been on this commission.
It's 2 months worth.
I guess it is,
No.
though, when you look at it. But go ahead. I'm trying to keep some humor in our meeting, y'all. So.
Yeah, as the secretary, yes, I can say that we do discuss a lot of stuff during the director's report now instead of new or old business. So I don't know if that's, as long as that's okay with everybody else, that's where it goes, is under this report, not under new or old business.
Yeah, exactly. And stuff. I've learned that you got to keep some humor into what you're doing, because if you don't, it'll put you in a rut where you'll get to, and hey, you won't do yourself any good or nobody else any good. So I try to keep myself up here and keep them from pounding me down there. So go ahead, Director Lacy. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Here's our October report. So I had 163 employment cases. Why isn't it giving me the number for housing? 45 open housing cases, 9 closed. Public accommodations, we have 22. In total, 18 open, 4 closed. Education, we have 18 open. For informals, because we have a little overlap, because we do the reports right before the meeting. Few of the November made it on there, but for October, we had 4 EOC referrals and blinking on and off for me, 5 referrals to other agencies. And then 2 referrals to ICRC. For November, we have, again, those 2 additional cases, bringing employment up to 165. Housing, we're still at the 45. And all of the other ones remain the same. For the informals for November, we have 3. One of those was an EEOC referral, 1 went to another city department, and 1 went to ICRC. Anybody have any questions about the case status report?
No questions, but just continue to see you guys have a big overload. That's what I see. So compared
In
to
addition
what,
to being harassed.
yeah.
And most of these are employment.
Yeah.
They're more than the housing even, okay.
Yeah, housing just has that 100-day expectation, so we're expected to close them within 100 days of receiving them. So it's a big task of investigating the whole case when you have 45 of them within 100 days.
Director Lacy, that chart on the right side top, count of table by referral place, what does that mean?
Where it's being referred to.
Oh, so those that got referred, you referred them to those particular offices?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Find our little. I really don't like the way the Zoom does this. Where you have the 2 screens, that disappears a little bit on you. There we go. So that's the case status report for October and November and director's reports.
Thank you very much. Okay. No new business, old business. We talked about the vacation, old business, the director's vacation pay. I think it's some length there and stuff. I've got a letter that went back to Ms. Merritt to outline exactly what Director Lacy wants with respect to her leave vacation payout and stuff, and so we'll see what she comes back out and give us on that, and we'll follow up with that the first of the week, because I didn't get it back out to her until last Friday and stuff. So I'll see where she's at and what the status is on that, so. Is there anything in particular that we need to discuss any more than what we've already discussed, Dr. Lacy? Anything you want to say about that?
I view the withholding of it in furtherance of the harassment that led to me not receiving it in the first place. The
Okay.
commission voted on it twice. For whatever reason, they are not implementing the commission's decision and are acting as though they can usurp the commission's decision-making. Incredibly frustrating.
Okay, they can pay $1.6 million out though. I ain't got no problem with that. They can pay $147,000 out. They can pay $140,000 out, no problem.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I mean,
And through that, they acknowledged that they were aware of the sexual harassment that was going on that I complained about back in 2018.
Yeah. So. And all the difference I see is the color of one's skin. So, big cheers for Davenport City Hall and stuff. So, okay. Maybe they'll. Well, anyway, we'll follow up. Like they try to wear you down. I've seen that. I've seen that story, that movie too many times and stuff. So, but I'm still here and stuff because my hope is in the Lord, not in them. Okay. If there's no other comments, then go ahead.
Will the staff be having their holiday celebration sometime this month? And if so, are we invited to to come in and meet them and or anything, or is that tacky?
Sure. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of holiday events. We'll send out an invitation to the commission to invite them to attend as well.
All right. We'll look for the invitation then. Comments? Well, folks,
Does the commission want to participate in a gift exchange? We can have we have a self-appointed staff member who is the fun ambassador, and they are organizing the holiday festivities. So if you all want to participate in that, she can identify who you need to buy a gift for as well. And send that out to everyone.
Can I participate by just receiving a gift and not giving one back?
How about a right?
About what?
How about a firm right hand? You said you want to receive a gift.
Hey, we're talking about bullying and harassment now, so we don't want to add you to the list there, Commissioner.
Well, I'm with Commissioner Boyd. If there's some kind of just cookies or whatever, that's fine, but.
Okay, well, let me just say one thing. It's been a grueling year And without volunteers like yourselves to step up to the plate and do the job that you guys do, the Civil Rights Commission wouldn't function like its intended purpose. And so I want to just tip my hat to you, salute you in what you do, and just say thank you for all that you do through all the problems, through all the bullying, through all the harassment. You're still standing. You're still here, and many of us are faith people, people who believe. I just encourage you to keep believing, keep hope alive, keep looking to the one that you believe in, and you'll get through this thing sooner rather than later. And I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and stay safe throughout the holidays, and continued blessings in your families, and may God be with you. So if there's nothing else to be said, any other comments, we'll proceed to close. Any other comments?
Mike, can we announce January the 20th, or is that out of line?
No, go ahead. No, go right ahead.
Okay. Friends of MLK is having a fundraiser on January the 20th. It's our winter gala, and it's going to be at Rogoski. It's semi-formal, and it is $75 per person. We have a band, hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be really nice during the social hours, so I would suggest that if you do come, you come during the social. And I think that's about it. Mike, do you have anything to say about it?
Well,
What time was that, Commissioner Church Taylor?
It's a social hour will start at 5.
Okay.
And so we have Smooth Groove that is going to be playing for us. It'll be during social hour. It will be wine being tasted, samples of wine, and then also hors d'oeuvres. And then the program will start about 6:15 or 6:30, I think it is. I'm not really sure.
and you'll have a sit-down dinner with it as well, and
Oh yes.
and, so it's a little extra than what you would normally get at your other events.
Right.
And so we encourage you to come out and support the Friends of MLK. And this one gala. It's to support our organization. We will start having this. This will be our first annual gala, and so we will continue to have them throughout the years. But come out and support us this year so that we can continue to do good things over in our neighborhood and to be a repository for Black history and within the community around here, and continue to do good things. So we solicit your support. Spread the word. Save the date.
Right.
You got a
And the
flyer?
celebration of the park.
Do you have a flyer or something you can send out so we can kind of share it?
Yes. It's going to be on the website, Frank, but also I can send you tonight. I will send it to Glenda, so Glenda can get it out to the members at the meeting tonight. And if you're interested in tickets, you can get in contact with Mike or myself.
Right,
Oh, wow.
you can buy a table.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Hey, and you guys can drink a little wine there at your.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, just for
Hey.
everyone,
You and all the preachers can have your own table.
You better get some fried chicken if you want to have the preachers.
Let's get out of here, y'all. But join us again on January 20th, 5 o'clock at the Rogowski Center, St. Ambrose. Great gala. Go ahead.
We'll be having, this past year we had the Kwanzaa celebration at the
Lincoln Center.
At the Lincoln Center. I'm sorry. This year's one will be at the King Center in Rock Island, and it'll be the last Thursday in January.
Okay.
The program actually starts at 6:30, but earlier in the afternoon there'll be activities for children and families.
Okay, great. Okay. Any other announcements?
Happy holidays.
Right.
Mayor Boyd, when did that event start? What was the start time of that?
6. Well, the actual celebration, the Kawadi, is at 6, between 6:15 and 6:30 is when it'll be starting. But the whole afternoon, youth will be and families will be, doing games and fun things.
Okay.
Shelley Guy will get out more information about that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, then. Okay, guys. Well, if that's all the announcement that we have, we will proceed to close, and I'll entertain a motion to close.
Move that we close the active session.
I second the motion.
It's been properly moved by Commissioner Holly to close the session, second by Commissioner Boyd. Questions to the motion? All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 All opposed have the same option. The ayes have it. This closes our civil rights meeting for today. Thank you all again. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. We wish you Godspeed. Take care.
Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you.
everyone, and Happy New Year.
All right.
Johnny.
Thank you, everyone. Happy holidays.
Okay.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye.
Same to you.
Happy holidays.
Goodbye.